Use this diagram to show that ASS does not prove two triangles being congruent, and this essentially functions as a counterexample. Okay, this here is going to illustrate that you can have an angle that two triangles share, then you can have two sides that two triangles share, but the two triangles are not going to be congruent, illustrating that an angle and then a side is not enough to guarantee the two triangles being congruent. And the way it is that you could show this is you could say, well, let's look at the two triangles that I have here. Or there's three, but there's only two that are relevant. So the two that are relevant is the first one you want to look at is, let's say you can pull out triangle ABD. So I'm just going to redraw ABD on the side over here. So here's triangle ABD. And then if you look, I'm going to pull out the big triangle, which is ABC. So that looks something like this. ABC. And if you look at the way that this was constructed, you should see that both of these triangles share side AB. So AB is definitely congruent to itself. And this angle right here in this corner piece is shared by both of them as well. So right now we have an angle and then a side. And if you look, BD, this length, is the same as this length. So that means that this side, BD, is congruent to BC. And what I have among these two triangles is angle, side, side. And you can demonstrate that, like saying, we have angle A is congruent to itself. That's an angle, right? Angle. Then I have a side. I have AB is congruent. Side AB is congruent to itself. That's a side. And then if you look, DB is congruent to BC. And then that's a second side. So I have angle side side here. But now you can say triangle ABD is not congruent to triangle ABC, since AD, this side, AD, is clearly not the same length. So from A to D, this length, is clearly not the length from A to C, since AD is not congruent to AC. And this is the general idea illustrating how you could have an angle side side, but it's not the case that the two triangles are congruent.